Hey, have you ever wondered why some people can turn a small paycheck into a big bank account, while others can't seem to get ahead no matter how much they earn? What if I told you that your financial fate isn't sealed by your income, but by something much deeper? Your mindset about money. That's right, your psychology controls your wallet. Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into all things money, investment, and financial freedom. Today is super special, because we're unpacking the wisdom contained in the epic book, The Psychology of Money, and summarizing it into 20 must-know, life-altering lessons about your finances. This video is going to be a game-changer whether you're just getting started in your financial journey, or you're already on your way, but maybe hit a roadblock or two. Because let's be honest, we could all use a little financial tune-up. It's not just about making money, it's about understanding it, respecting it, and mastering it. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with 20 powerful perspectives that will reshape how you view money, success, and even failure. Get ready for a transformative ride. If you think you know money, think again. We're about to rewrite the rulebook. So, if you're ready to radically change your financial future, this is the video you can't afford to skip. Let's dive in. So, here's something that's counterintuitive. Wealth is not about having a high income, it's about what you don't spend. This principle is a cornerstone in the book The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Housel explains how some of the wealthiest people are not necessarily those with the most lavish lifestyles, but rather those who know how to manage their money wisely. Think about it. How many celebrities and sports stars have we heard of who made millions but ended up broke? The story is all too familiar. They had a lot of income, sure, but they also had a high burn rate, which eventually consumed all their wealth. On the flip side, you have people like Ronald Reed, who was a janitor and gas station attendant, and yet managed to accumulate a fortune worth $8 million. What's his secret sauce? It's not about what he earned, but what he kept and invested over a lifetime. The lesson here is, irrespective of your income, what really counts is how much of it you can keep and grow. All right, let's unpack this a bit. Wealth isn't just what's visible. The fancy cars, the designer clothes, the extravagant vacations. It's often the invisible things, like investments or an impressive savings account, that define your true net worth. So next time you feel the pressure to keep up with your peers, remember that real wealth is what you don't see. To sum it up, the real key to wealth is having the self-discipline to save and invest. It's not as flashy as a new sports car, but it will get you further in the long run. Stay with us, as this is just the tip of the iceberg. We have lots more insights to share, rooted in the wisdom of the psychology of money. Okay, let's talk about something that might ruffle a few feathers: the role of luck and risk in accumulating wealth. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel really goes deep into how luck and risk are often underestimated factors in our financial journeys. When we see someone succeeding, be it an entrepreneur or an investor, we often attribute it to skill and hard work. While those are important, they're not the entire story. Luck also plays a huge part. Think about it. The family you were born into, the country you're from, the time you entered a specific market. These are things largely out of your control, yet they profoundly impact your financial life. Now let's talk about risk. No one makes it big by playing it safe all the time, right? But risk is essentially the dark twin of luck. While luck can catapult you to new heights, risk can drag you down just as fast. Remember the housing market collapse of 2008? A lot of people who thought they were making sound investments were rudely awakened by the harsh reality of risk. But here's the kicker. You can't have one without the other. High-risk scenarios are where luck shines the brightest and where you also stand to lose the most. The challenge is to balance the two, accept that luck and risk are part and parcel of any financial endeavor. You'll need to learn how to manage risks and also how to capitalize on your luck. There are no guarantees, But being aware of these two factors gives you a more holistic approach to managing your money. And there you have it, another essential lesson from the psychology of money that we've unpacked today. The takeaway? Luck and risk are like yin and yang in the world of finance. Recognize them, respect them, and most importantly, learn to navigate them. Lesson 3. The importance of time horizons in investment. When it comes to investments, time horizon is the secret sauce that doesn't get talked about as much as it should. Let me explain. You've probably heard phrases like get rich quick or double your investment overnight. But the reality is these narratives rarely tell the whole story. Most investments that end up being truly fruitful require patience and a long-term perspective. That's why time horizons matter. Think about Warren Buffett, often cited as one of the greatest investors of all time. What you might not know is that Buffett's first investment was in a company called City Service, and it initially flopped. But did that discourage him? No. Instead, he refined his investment philosophy and developed a long-term perspective, which eventually paid off. So what exactly is a time horizon? Simply put, it's the total length of time that you expect to hold an investment. Whether it's stocks, real estate, or even investing in your own education, your time horizon matters. The longer your time horizon, the more risks you can afford to take, and the higher the potential returns can be. For instance, let's say you're investing in a retirement account. Your time horizon is probably decades. This long-term perspective allows you to ride out the highs and lows of the market and benefit from the compounding effect of your investments. A recent study showed that investors who had a long-term time horizon outperformed those who were frequently trading by a significant margin. Yet so many people get caught up in the daily fluctuations of the stock market and make impulsive decisions based on short-term events. They sell when the market drops a little and buy when it surges, only to realize they've made very little or actually lost money when looked at from a long-term perspective. If you find this topic compelling and would like to hear more about how to adjust your time horizons for different kinds of investments, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. Who knows, it might just be the topic of one of my upcoming videos. So, to sum up, understanding and properly aligning your time horizons can be the difference between investment success and failure. Don't underestimate the power of taking the long view. Lesson 4. Understanding and managing emotional spending. In a society saturated with advertisements and endless buying options, it's no wonder many fall prey to emotional spending. This lesson explores the phenomenon of emotional spending and how recognizing and managing it is pivotal to maintaining financial health. Emotional spending occurs when individuals purchase items to fulfill an emotional need rather than a practical one. For instance, consider the story of Sarah, a young professional. After a stressful day at work, Sarah would often indulge in online shopping, buying clothes and accessories she didn't need, to lift her spirits. While it provided temporary relief, it also resulted in mounting credit card bills and financial stress. It's essential to realize that emotions significantly influence our spending habits. Research indicates that people tend to spend more when they are feeling sad, stressed, or anxious as a form of self-soothing. Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards managing them effectively. Here are some strategies to curb emotional spending. Identify triggers. Pay attention to what emotions drive you to spend. Is it stress, sadness, boredom, or something else? Recognizing these triggers can help you address the underlying issues and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Pause before purchasing. Implement a cooling-off period before making any non-essential purchases. This could be anywhere from 24 hours to a week. This pause allows you to assess whether the purchase is driven by emotion or necessity. Create a budget. Having a clear and strict budget helps maintain financial discipline. Allocate a specific amount for discretionary spending and stick to it. Seek alternatives. When the urge to emotionally spend strikes, Consider alternative activities that can boost your mood, such as exercising, meditating, or connecting with loved ones. Consider the example of Theodore Johnson, who worked for UPS and never made more than $14,000 a year, yet retired with a net worth of $70 million. How? He avoided unnecessary spending, invested wisely, and allowed compound interest to work its magic. In conclusion, understanding and managing emotional spending is vital for financial well-being. By identifying triggers, implementing a cooling-off period, creating a budget, and seeking alternatives, you can make informed and rational financial decisions, paving the way for long-term financial success. Remember, the financial choices you make today have a significant impact on your future financial landscape. It's not about denying yourself enjoyment, but about making conscious decisions that contribute to your overall financial health and well-being. If you find value in learning about the psychological aspects of money management, do consider subscribing for more insights and practical tips. Lesson 5. The value of financial education. Have you ever considered why some people can make a dollar stretch farther than others? It's not always about having a well-paying job or a trust fund to fall back on. More often than not, it boils down to financial literacy. This is a skill that many people overlook, but its impact on your life can be monumental. Let's take the example of Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States. He was not born into wealth, but managed to become one of the most successful and revered figures in American history. Franklin was a polymath who had a deep understanding of many subjects, including finance. His timeless adages like, "A penny saved is a penny earned," and "time is money," underline the importance of financial education in everyday life. But you don't have to be a historical figure to understand the worth of being financially educated. Knowing the basics of budgeting, investing, saving, and understanding debt can transform your financial landscape. Imagine being able to interpret stock market trends or understanding the impact of inflation on your savings. These are not just fancy terms, but practical knowledge that can help you make informed decisions. Today, there are abundant resources to help you become financially literate. From online courses to podcasts and blogs, the information is out there for those willing to seek it. But just acquiring knowledge is not enough. The real benefit comes when you apply what you've learned. For example, if you know the principle of compound interest, it would make sense to start saving sooner rather than later. That way, your money works for you, not against you. In a nutshell, financial education is not an option, but a necessity. It's like equipping yourself with a financial toolkit that you can always rely on. The more tools you have, the better you'll be at building a secure financial future. So keep investing in your financial education. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 6. The importance of diversification. Have you ever heard the saying, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket"? This proverb couldn't be more relevant, especially when it comes to your financial life. Diversification is more than just a buzzword. It's a fundamental strategy for risk reduction while simultaneously maximizing returns. Let's ponder the tale of Sir Isaac Newton, the renowned mathematician and physicist. Ironically, he made a significant mistake in the realm of finance. Newton invested heavily in the South Sea Company, a British joint stock venture. When the infamous South Sea bubble burst in the year 1720, Newton lost a colossal amount of money, around £20,000. Yes, even someone as brilliant as Newton can fall into financial pitfalls when ignoring the principle of diversification. Diversification can be straightforward. Consider splitting your investments between various asset classes, stocks, bonds, real estate, and even commodities. By doing so, you mitigate the risk of one poor-performing investment affecting your entire portfolio adversely. Take a hypothetical scenario where you've invested solely in the technology sector, drawn by its rapid growth. If some unexpected event occurs, like the imposition of new government regulations, you'll see your portfolio plummet. However, if you diversify and include investments in healthcare, energy, or consumer goods, any losses in technology could be offset by gains in these other arenas. That's why investment vehicles like mutual funds and index funds are increasingly popular. These funds come pre-diversified, spreading their assets across various sectors or even different countries. You may not make a killing, but you're far less likely to incur devastating losses. To sum it up, diversification doesn't mean you'll never face financial losses. What it does offer is a safety net that allows you to withstand financial turbulence. It facilitates quicker recovery from setbacks, setting the stage for consistent progress toward your financial goals. Remember, achieving financial freedom is more of a marathon than a sprint. Lesson 7. The impact of behavioral biases on your wallet. Navigating through the financial landscape of the modern world demands more than just logical thinking. It requires overcoming the psychological traps set by our behavioral biases. These hidden forces play a significant role in shaping our financial destinies. Take, for example, the overconfidence bias. This sneaky bias fools us into believing we possess superior forecasting or task-performing abilities than we actually do. This overestimation of our prowess can lead to excessive risk-taking and imprudent trading decisions. Recency bias is another trap. It tricks us into thinking that what's happening now will continue indefinitely, often pushing us towards rash investment choices that we later regret. The sway of confirmation. Bias is also powerful, making us prioritize information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs while neglecting opposing views, keeping us stuck in damaging financial cycles. Loss aversion paints a stark picture of human nature, where the distress of losing out shadows the pleasure of gaining, steering us towards irrational choices like clinging to failing investments longer than advisable. Let's not forget the sunk cost fallacy. Our past investments, be it time, money, or effort, can wrongly influence our current financial decisions. Learning to identify sunk costs and making forward-looking choices is a gateway to better financial outcomes. Addressing and conquering these biases is a financial game-changer. It fosters informed decision-making, helps sidestep financial traps, and is the cornerstone for building lasting wealth and financial stability. In this journey, cultivating self-awareness and financial mindfulness isn't just beneficial, it's indispensable. Lesson 8. Financial literacy and why schools don't teach it. Do you remember ever sitting in a classroom learning about compound interest or how to file taxes, or what it means to have a credit score? Chances are you probably don't. Most educational systems around the world focus on traditional subjects like math, science, and history, but often overlook one crucial skill: financial literacy. Yet, understanding money management is fundamental to not just surviving, but thriving in today's society. Legendary investor Peter Lynch once said, "The public is more interested in the relationship between Batman and Robin than stock and bonds." His comment highlights a glaring issue in our society: a lack of financial education. Unfortunately, you can graduate from high school and even college without knowing the basics of budgeting, saving, or investing. But why does it happen? Why don't schools teach something so crucial? Some argue it's a systemic issue. Education systems are outdated and haven't adapted to the demands of modern life. Others say it's because financial literacy is a skill that has to be tailored to each individual's personal circumstances, making it challenging to teach in a one-size-fits-all manner. Yet, it's never been easier to gain financial literacy. Thanks to the internet, you can now find an abundance of resources and courses designed to improve your financial know-how. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or even YouTube provide a wealth of information for free or at a low cost. This is why it's crucial to take charge of your financial education. Your school might not teach you how to manage your money, but that doesn't mean you can't learn it yourself. Take Warren Buffett's advice. The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. By investing time in learning about money management, you're arming yourself with the skills needed to make informed decisions, ensuring you're not just making money but keeping and growing it too. Here's the big idea to remember. Financial literacy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Equip yourself with the knowledge and tools you need to navigate the financial world, because no one else will do it for you. And if you want a deeper dive into this topic, let me know in the comments. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 9. Unraveling the notion that no one is crazy. Diving into the fascinating insights from the psychology of money, we encounter a compelling assertion that no one is crazy. The implications of this idea on our financial decisions and understanding of money are nothing short of transformative. Everyone operates based on their own experiences, their perceptions of risk, and their individual worldviews. This truth invites us to consider that every financial decision, no matter how irrational it seems, makes sense when we comprehend the individual's unique history and motivations. Take, for instance, someone who invests heavily in high-risk ventures. This might seem reckless to a conservative investor, but perhaps experiences of significant gains in the past drive this person. Conversely, someone who stashes every penny under the mattress might have witnessed financial systems collapsing and people losing their life savings. Understanding that no one is crazy teaches us empathy towards the financial choices of others and invites reflection on our own decisions. We are prompted to delve deeper into our motivations, uncover the roots of our financial behaviors, and question whether our actions align with our long-term goals. This lesson encourages us to accept diversity in financial strategies and emphasizes the importance of personal context in shaping our monetary actions. It's a call to broaden our perspectives, learn from the varied approaches people have towards money, and ultimately foster a richer, more nuanced understanding of financial psychology. Embracing the belief that no one is crazy is a stepping stone to dismantling judgment, fostering financial empathy, and building bridges to financial insight and wisdom. It's a lesson in seeing the world through the eyes of others, a skill invaluable in navigating the diverse financial landscapes we inhabit. Lesson 10. Grappling with the concept of never enough. Immerse yourself in a critical chapter from The Psychology of Money, where we grapple with a concept that resonates with us all: never enough. It's a ubiquitous sentiment, a ceaseless echo in the back of our minds, driving us to aspire for more, reach higher, and push boundaries in our financial journeys. The idea of never enough stems from the relentless pursuit of more wealth, more success, more accolades. But at what cost? This lesson forces us to confront the shadow side of ambition and question the true meaning of financial satisfaction. It challenges us to redefine our notions of success and to understand the delicate balance between aspiration and contentment. Reflect on the narratives of countless individuals who reach the pinnacle of wealth, only to find themselves ensnared in a perpetual cycle of wanting more. Consider Howard Hughes, a man of immeasurable wealth and success, yet tormented by insatiable desires and unfulfilled ambitions. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the potential pitfalls of the never enough mentality. This lesson implores us to cultivate a sense of gratitude for what we have while maintaining a healthy ambition for growth. It's about finding fulfillment in our achievements and learning to savor the fruits of our labor, rather than being perpetually fixated on the next big thing. By delving into the intricacies of never enough, we are encouraged to reflect on our own financial desires and motivations. Are we chasing after shadows, or are we genuinely seeking a life of purpose and fulfillment? This lesson is a call to introspection, a chance to redefine our relationship with money, and an opportunity to find contentment in a world that constantly whispers, more. In absorbing this lesson, let's embark on a journey of self-discovery, reevaluate our financial goals, and strive to build a life that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations, beyond the superficial allure of never enough. Lesson 11. The dichotomy of getting wealthy and staying wealthy. We all have encountered stories of individuals who have achieved immense wealth, only to lose it all. This phenomenon raises a critical question that we explore in this lesson. Why is getting wealthy often a different skill set than staying wealthy? It's an essential divergence that many overlook, yet understanding it is crucial to sustained financial prosperity. Acquiring wealth often involves taking risks, being opportunistic, and leveraging one's unique skills and opportunities. Think of entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, who have taken significant risks to build companies like SpaceX and Tesla. Their journeys are filled with uncertainties, bold decisions, and a relentless pursuit of innovation, elements that are quintessential to amassing wealth. On the flip side, staying wealthy requires a different set of skills and a shift in mindset. It demands financial discipline, prudent risk management, and the ability to adapt to changing economic landscapes. Historical figures like John D. Rockefeller exemplify this. His ability to preserve and grow his wealth through economic fluctuations and market uncertainties set him apart. In essence, getting wealthy might involve embracing volatility and uncertainty, while staying wealthy necessitates a focus on preservation and steady growth. The dichotomy is evident, and recognizing it is the first step toward achieving long-term financial success. This lesson invites you to reflect on your financial journey and evaluate the strategies you employ. Are they geared more towards wealth creation or wealth preservation? Understanding where you are on this spectrum can help you make informed decisions and build a financial plan that aligns with your goals and values. Furthermore, this lesson encourages a balanced approach, one that combines the audacity to pursue wealth with the wisdom to preserve it. It's about finding that sweet spot where ambition meets prudence, where innovation aligns with sustainability. By exploring the dichotomy of getting wealthy and staying wealthy, we aim to foster a more nuanced understanding of financial success. It's not just about reaching the peak, but also about staying there, adapting to the winds of change, and building a legacy that stands the test of time. Lesson 12. Tails, you win. In the realm of finance, it's not just the obvious and predictable events that shape our financial futures, but also the outliers, the unexpected, the tail events. This lesson delves into the concept of tails you win, focusing on the significant impact that rare and unforeseeable events can have on our financial lives and how we can navigate them. Every individual's financial journey is sprinkled with moments of luck, serendipity, and unanticipated opportunities or challenges. These are the tails of the distribution curve of life's events, and they can drastically alter the trajectory of one's financial story. Think of instances like a sudden job opportunity, an unexpected inheritance, market crashes, or global pandemics. These events are unpredictable, yet their impact is profound. One notable example in history is the dot-com bubble. Many investors and entrepreneurs experienced significant gains and subsequently severe losses as the market soared and then crashed. Those who were adaptable, who could see beyond the immediate gains and foresee the risks, emerged wiser and often wealthier. Navigating through such tail events requires a combination of financial literacy, adaptability, and a long-term perspective. It's about not getting carried away during booms and not losing hope during busts. It's about recognizing that the financial landscape is inherently unpredictable and developing strategies that are resilient to shocks. Adopting a balanced and diversified investment strategy, maintaining an emergency fund, and being adaptable to change are some of the practical steps one can take to navigate through the uncertainties that come with tail events. It's about being prepared for the unexpected and being able to pivot when the unforeseeable happens. This lesson underscores the importance of humility and adaptability in the face of financial uncertainty. It teaches that while we can't predict every turn in our financial journeys, we can build resilience and adaptability to navigate through them. By embracing the tails you win mindset, we learn to see the opportunities in the unexpected and build a financial future that can withstand the tests of time and uncertainty. Lesson 13. The priceless value of freedom. At its core, money's most significant role isn't just about acquiring things or increasing numbers in a bank account. It's about freedom. The freedom to make choices, to take risks, to live on one's terms, and to spend quality time with loved ones without the perpetual stress of financial instability. Consider the story of Rosa Parks, an icon of the civil rights movement. While she didn't amass wealth in the traditional sense, the financial support she received allowed her the freedom to take a stand, quite literally, by remaining seated, challenging segregation, and changing the course of history. It wasn't just the act, but the economic freedom that supported her choice. Similarly, when we hear tales of entrepreneurs taking risks to start new ventures, it often involves a degree of financial freedom. They might have savings to fall back on or supportive investors. This freedom gives them the leeway to take risks, innovate, and bring transformative ideas to life. However, freedom doesn't mean extravagant spending or living without budgets. It's quite the contrary. It's about understanding what truly matters in life. Do we buy a bigger house because society expects it? Or do we value the freedom that comes with a smaller home and fewer debts? Do we work endless hours at a job we loathe? Or do we prioritize financial freedom and seek opportunities that align with our passions and values? In a world that often equates success with material possessions, it's crucial to recognize that the most valuable asset isn't what's in our bank accounts, but the freedom those funds provide, the freedom to say no, to travel, to take a day off, to pursue hobbies, or to volunteer for a cause we're passionate about. This lesson pushes us to redefine our relationship with money. It's not about hoarding, but about using it as a tool to create memorable experiences, to learn, to grow, and to make a difference. By prioritizing freedom, we not only enhance our own lives, but potentially the lives of countless others. Remember, true wealth isn't about having endless resources, but about having uninterrupted freedom. Lesson 14. Wealth is what you don't see. Have you ever admired someone for their flashy lifestyle, only to later discover they were drowning in debt? Our society often equates spending with wealth, but true wealth is not always what meets the eye. In fact, more often than not, it's what remains hidden. Take the story of Robert Morin, a librarian at the University of New Hampshire. Living a quiet and frugal life, Robert drove an old car, wore simple clothes, and lived in the same modest house for most of his life. He wasn't the subject of wealth admiration. No one envied his lifestyle or aspired to mimic his spending habits. Yet, when he passed away in 2015, he left a staggering $4 million to his alma mater. Robert's story highlights a pivotal financial truth. Real wealth is often the money that's been saved and invested, rather than spent. While his peers might have been upgrading their homes or buying new cars, Robert was quietly accumulating wealth, making smart financial decisions, and allowing compound interest to work its magic. This lesson is particularly crucial in an era of social media, where flaunting wealth and showcasing luxury lifestyles is commonplace. But remember, a snapshot on Instagram or a tweet on Twitter is just that, a brief glimpse, not the full picture. True financial security and wealth are built over time, often away from the public eye. As you make financial decisions, focus on building genuine wealth, not just its appearance. Prioritize saving, investing, and planning for the long term over short-lived pleasures or ostentatious displays. Because true wealth, it's the financial freedom you build, the assets you accumulate, and the legacy you leave behind, most of which remains unseen. Lesson 15. The man in the car paradox. We're all familiar with those movie scenes. A sleek sports car zips through city streets, engine roaring, attracting the gaze of every pedestrian in its path. The message is clear: the driver has made it. But here's a thought to ponder. Does the man own the car, or does the car own the man? Welcome to the man in the car paradox. It's a simple yet profound idea that challenges our perceptions of wealth and success. Imagine driving that expensive sports car. While it might initially feel like a symbol of status and achievement, when the initial thrill fades, you're left with just a vehicle. Most onlookers, impressed by the car, won't even remember the person driving it. The irony: the car gets the attention, not the individual. In many ways, the car owns the spotlight, not the man behind the wheel. Furthermore, consider the financial side. That luxury car comes with hefty monthly payments, insurance costs, and maintenance expenses. Is the admiration from strangers worth the financial commitment and potential strain? This paradox teaches us to differentiate between genuine success and the appearance of success. Just because someone appears to have it all doesn't mean they do. Often, the trappings of wealth can be just that: trappings. They can trap individuals in a cycle of maintaining an image, sometimes at the cost of real financial freedom. In a world where image is increasingly prioritized over substance, it's essential to recognize that true success and happiness often lie beyond materialistic achievements. It's about understanding one's values, desires, and what genuinely brings fulfillment. As you journey through life and finances, remember to invest in assets and experiences that truly matter to you, rather than those that might merely impress others. After all, it's more rewarding to be the man who is content, regardless of the car he drives, than the man who is defined by it. Lesson 16, the underrated magic of saving. Money makes the world go round, a popular adage claims. Yet, if we were to modify it slightly for our purpose, it might go something like this. Saving money keeps your world spinning, even when everything else stops. While earning is essential, saving is transformative. Let's dive into why saving isn't just about accumulating money, but securing freedom. Imagine two friends, Alice and Zoe. Alice, with her lavish lifestyle, is always the center of the party. She sports the latest fashion, dines at the trendiest restaurants, and takes vacations in luxury resorts. Zoe, on the other hand, lives a more understated life. She loves a good bargain, cooks at home more often than not, and vacations are typically more on the budget-friendly side. Several years pass and the economy hits a downturn. Alice, with her high overhead and minimal savings, struggles. The parties stop, the new clothes become old, and the stresses pile up. Zoe, however, with her savings cushion, maneuvers through the economic downturn with fewer worries. Her lifestyle barely changes, and her peace of mind remains intact. This tale of Alice and Zoe exemplifies more than just two different approaches to money. It underscores the power of financial cushioning and the freedom it provides. Saving money isn't just about stashing cash for a rainy day. It's about 1. Building resilience. Financial shocks are inevitable. But a savings cushion can act as a shock absorber, ensuring life surprises don't become catastrophes. 2. Freedom to choose. With savings, you can decide to switch careers, invest in opportunities, or even take some time off without being financially strapped. 3. Peace of mind. Knowing you have money tucked away can provide a sense of security and reduce money-related stress and anxiety. 4. Empowerment for the future. Be it for a down payment on a house, your child's education, or a comfortable retirement, savings pave the path to future dreams. In the end, the act of saving isn't just a financial strategy, it's a lifestyle choice. It's a commitment to prioritizing long-term stability over short-term gratifications. So, as you traverse your financial journey, remember to put aside a portion of your earnings. Over time, this discipline will not just grow your bank balance, but expand your horizons, giving you the freedom to navigate life on your terms. Lesson 17. Why being reasonable often trumps being rational. In our pursuit of wealth, we often turn to the logical, the measurable, and the quantifiable. Society often champions the notion of being rational when making decisions. But what if I told you that sometimes the most rational decision isn't necessarily the best one? Enter the concept of reasonable over rational. When we talk about being rational, we discuss the cold, hard facts, the mathematical certainties, and the statistical probabilities. It's the domain of the brain, of logic. On the other hand, being reasonable encompasses more. It combines logic with human emotions, instincts, and personal values. Take Jane, for instance. From a rational standpoint, investing her savings in a high-risk, high-reward venture might yield her the highest returns. The numbers align. The growth charts project promise, and all signs point towards a lucrative outcome. But Jane has recently had a baby, and she feels a deep need for financial security for her family. The mere thought of taking such a risk causes her sleepless nights. In her case, a more conservative investment, albeit with lower projected returns, is the reasonable choice. It aligns with her emotional well-being and current life values. Here's why leaning towards being reasonable can sometimes be more beneficial. 1. Human factor. We are not machines. Our decisions are often swayed by emotions, beliefs, past experiences, and individual life situations. Being reasonable allows us to incorporate these human elements into our decision-making process. 2. Holistic well-being. A decision that's rationally sound but causes undue stress, anxiety, or goes against one's core values can be detrimental in the long run. Reasonable choices often align better with our overall well-being. 3. Fluidity in decision-making. Being reasonable provides the flexibility to adapt. While a rational decision might lock you into a path based purely on data, a reasonable choice leaves room for adjustments based on evolving personal circumstances. 4. Empathy and compassion. In interactions with others, being reasonable often means understanding and valuing human emotions and relationships over strict logical constructs. As you navigate your financial journey, it's worth remembering that numbers don't have emotions, but you do. Sometimes the best decisions arise from a balance of head and heart. So, when faced with a crossroads, ask yourself not just what's the most rational choice, but what's the most reasonable one for you at that moment. Lesson 18. The inevitability of surprise. In the vast tapestry of financial history, surprises have often been turning points that redefine the course of events. The unexpected is a recurring theme in the world of money and investments. While we all seek the comfort of predictability, financial landscapes are dotted with unpredictable upheavals, both positive and negative. One of the most notable surprises in financial history is the infamous Black Monday of 1987. On October 19, 1987, stock markets around the world crashed, shedding a significant value from stock markets everywhere. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, DJIA, dropped by 22% in a single day. Economists and financial experts were baffled, as this significant drop was unexpected and reasons for such a crash were myriad. The fallout of Black Monday was widespread. Many investors, big and small, were caught off guard. Panic ensued, and for a moment, the entire financial world seemed on shaky ground. But it's the aftermath that brought about the real lessons. Regulations were reevaluated, strategies were realigned, and an emphasis on understanding systemic risks became paramount. Investors, too, began to understand the importance of diversification and not putting all their eggs in one basket. Black Monday serves as a poignant reminder that the financial world is not always a smooth sail. Surprises, even ones as shocking as this, will occur. Preparation and adaptability become key. While it's impossible to predict every twist and turn, a proactive approach can mitigate potential damages. Keeping a diversified portfolio, regularly updating one's knowledge, and having an emergency cushion can make all the difference. On the more personal side of finances, surprises can come in the form of unexpected expenses, job losses, or sudden market opportunities. The ethos remains the same. Be prepared, stay informed, and adapt. In essence, while we might not have a control over every external event that affects our financial journey, we do have control over our reactions. Embracing change, staying flexible, and learning from past surprises can steer us toward a more secure financial future. Lesson 19. You and me. The relativity of wealth and happiness. Money, for all its tangibility, often draws its true value from intangible comparisons. The real worth of our financial accomplishments is often gauged not by looking at our bank statements, but by peering over our fences. This perspective on relativity is not just a modern phenomenon. It has deep historical roots. Let's delve into a story from the time of the great Roman Empire. The Emperor Augustus, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men of his era, was known for his vast riches and sprawling palaces. However, he once confided to a close friend that despite owning treasures that could fund entire armies, he often felt overshadowed when he heard of an even wealthier trader from the East or a general who had plundered more gold than him. Here was an emperor who had the world at his feet, yet he too was ensnared in the trap of comparison. This tale serves as a window into the human psyche. For many, it's not about having enough, it's about having more than the next person. This approach can be a treacherous path, leading to perpetual dissatisfaction. In today's digital age, with social media platforms showcasing everyone's highlight reels, this sense of relative deprivation has only intensified. You see your college friend vacationing in exotic locations or a cousin buying a new luxury car, and suddenly your accomplishments seem to pale in comparison. But it's crucial to remember that these snapshots rarely represent the full picture. Financial contentment comes when we define success on our own terms. Instead of getting caught up in what others have, it's more fruitful to focus on our goals, our happiness, and our well-being. This doesn't mean turning a blind eye to the world or not seeking improvement. It means understanding that the journey of financial well-being is deeply personal. In the grand dance of wealth and happiness, the music is different for everyone. Finding our tune, dancing to our rhythm, and not getting sidetracked by someone else's performance is the real challenge and the true mark of financial wisdom. Lesson 20. Nothing is free, the hidden costs of wealth. We all love a good deal, don't we? Whether it's a discount on our favorite pair of shoes or a buy one, get one free offer at the local cafe, the allure of getting more for less is undeniable. But when it comes to the broader aspects of our financial lives, the mantra that nothing is free holds a deeper significance. Take the concept of credit cards, for instance. Susan, a college student, was elated when she received her first credit card. The promise of buying now and paying later was too tempting. She went on a shopping spree, treating herself and her friends, enjoying vacations and dining at fancy restaurants, all while just paying the minimum amount due each month. The illusion of free money was intoxicating. However, the reality check came a year later when Susan looked at her outstanding balance and the accumulating interest. What seemed like a boon had turned into a burden. The free money came with the hidden cost of high interest, impacting her credit score and causing stress. This story is not uncommon. Many of us fall into the trap of short-term pleasures, not recognizing the long-term costs associated with them. It's not just about credit cards, it's about any financial decision where the immediate benefits blind us to the potential future consequences. Chasing quick and easy financial gains, opting for too-good-to-be-true investment schemes, or neglecting to read the fine print in financial contracts can lead us down a path of unforeseen expenses and regrets. While an opportunity might seem cost-free or incredibly cheap up front, there's often a hidden price tag attached, whether it's in the form of fees, risks, or missed opportunities elsewhere. The lesson here is to always be cautious and informed. Understand the full scope of your financial decisions, recognizing that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Real and sustainable wealth is built on understanding, patience, and smart choices, not on shortcuts or illusions of freebies. Always remember, in the world of finance and wealth building, nothing is truly free. And there we have it, 20 profound lessons on money, drawn from the insightful The Psychology of Money. We've delved deep into human behavior, unearthed the factors driving our financial decisions, and highlighted the importance of perception, context, and personal values in our financial journeys. But remember, while understanding these lessons is essential, applying them is what truly makes the difference. As we go forth, let's challenge ourselves to implement what we've learned, to question our biases, and to be ever conscious of the financial choices we make. Money, after all, isn't just about numbers. It's deeply intertwined with our emotions, experiences, and life stories. I hope this deep dive has been as enlightening for you as it was for me. And as you navigate your financial journey, always bear in mind the wisdom and lessons from this exploration. Here's to a future filled with informed decisions, financial freedom, and a deeper understanding of the intricate dance between money and the human psyche. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.